everyone. Welcome back to Backstage Pass to InfoComm India 2024. I'm your host, Sowmya.
I'm Manoj.
Well, we are hardly a few days away from InfoComm India from the last time we spoke, Manoj, aren't we?
Absolutely. I'm just counting the days.
So am I. Well, I wanted to touch base with what's happening on the education front at InfoComm India. The day one begins with an opening session on navigating new horizons, insights, and innovations in the professional AV landscape. And the day one ends with a program co-organized with CSI, the Mumbai chapter. Then we have day two and day three also focusing on several other tracks.
Absolutely. I mean, that looks like some real brilliant sessions at InfoComm 2024 that we have lined up for you at Mumbai. I mean, I think you should not miss out on those sessions while you visit those exhibitors.
And I also wanted to draw some attention towards the aspirants for CTS certification who have an opportunity to sit in a 2-hour workshop with Rod Brown and get trained on, get their questions clarified if they're looking forward to write their CTS exams. And who better than Rod Brown can answer those questions? So that is one of the interesting things that's happening on day 3 at the show.
Lovely. And another exciting thing that's happening on day 1 is if you are a first timer at the show, then you don't want to miss the guided tour that's happening on the show floor. This is between 10:30 to 11:30 at the show floor. Do sign up for the free guided tour if you are a first timer, either to the industry or to the show and things like that. We'll take care of you.
That is awesome. Well, if I was a newbie there, I would just be looking for some information or some guidance about what's happening on the show floor. And I think this is the best opportunity that I would be looking for too.
At Backstage Pass, I had a brilliant conversation with Ashish Bajaj. He's the Director Sales India and SARC Professional Solutions at Harman. So let's go right ahead for that interview.
Fantastic.
I have with me today Ashish Bajaj, Director Enterprise Sales India and SARC at Harman. Ashish, my good friend from the industry, and we know each other from a very, very long time. You've been with Harman for many years now. How has the journey been so far, sir?
So yes, hi Manoj. Good to be on this podcast. I think it's a great opportunity to kind of connect with you and everyone in the industry. Been long with Harman. It's almost on my 14th year. Pretty exciting. I think I started off as technical, now overall business, starting on looking after my install. So the journey has been exciting. And I think the industry has changed quite a lot since the time we joined. I think we know each other. But yes, it's good to be in the industry. Exciting times ahead, I would say.
Brilliant. So getting to the show InfoComm India 2024, how will Harman's presence stand out this year at the show?
So see, as you know, Harman has always been investing into the R&D pretty heavily, right? To kind of upscale almost all the product offerings that we have across the brand portfolios. We really have some exciting launches across JBL, AMX, PSS, and Martin. And I think we're pretty excited about all the excitement that we're going to create with Flux. That's our latest brand acquisition. Flux will be very useful for customers who are looking for cutting-edge solutions across the immersive audio applications. It could be an experiential venue, it could be a large venue or a specialized venue or an auditorium. And I think we'll be also showcasing our newly unified software suite called AVIXA this time at the booth. We also showcased that pretty much launched at the ISC, then the InfoComm US show, and then InfoComm Thailand. And we're bringing it closer to our customers in India now. Also, just to summarize, I think the booth is designed to kind of deliver a unified experience to our visitors and to also boost what all solutions we have to offer across audio, video, and controls and lighting solutions across all the applications.
Brilliant. So thank you, Ashish. So as I mentioned about, as you mentioned about the products that you are going to be displayed, do you want to kind of deep down into the products that Harman will be featuring, that the standout features of these specific products that will be on display?
So yeah, so this year I think we'll be highlighting pretty much on the full-fledged capabilities of AMX Muse, which is our next generation control platform. Next up, I think would be a game-changing offering on our audio DSP platforms, which is the BSS Omni. The entire range offers Dante by default, is extremely modular and scalable. And Harman has been kind of offering all these new things over the last, I would say, couple of years. I mean, everything that's coming out is with an open API, and we're moving away from the proprietary approach that we have. I think we really want to offer everything which is more general and more inclusive. The deployments become easier for the system integrators or the end users. And once you see the AVX suite at the booth, I mean, you will really see that the brilliant launch of the AVX suite that all the visitors will get to see, that our whole process is changing into more general and inclusive products that we can offer. Now, even though it's new to our industry, but I think we will also strongly showcase our Martin products, which is our lighting brand. And we'll have products which will be good for studio, for performance lighting, for architectural lighting. And Martin is always known for its highly kind of highest quality and performance standards for the venues, like stage lighting, like performance lighting. Even our booth itself will be fully lit up with the Martin lights. And the plan is that, I mean, I'll not kind of open up much, but I really encourage everybody to kind of come to our booth in the evening hours around 5 o'clock. And you really suddenly change the booth, changing the whole vibe using our Martin products. Additional to that, I think another big standout feature for us would be all our visitors will also have an opportunity to kind of listen to our immersive audio experience. So we also have audio demo room up on the first floor of the same floor. So room 105B will also have our audio demonstration for the immersive solution from Flux that I just spoke about. And Flux is our offering for the immersive audio experience. So I would really encourage everybody who's visiting our booth to really come upstairs, a floor above, to also experience the Flux demo. There'll be 2 or 3 sessions per day. We'll be kind of mentioning the schedule for that. So you register for that. I think do join us for the immersive experience.
Fantastic. So, Ashish, I hear quite a lot about Flux and, of course, about the immersive audio. I mean, I'm too excited to be there and, at least come to the booth at least one time during the 3 days of the show. But can you kind of little deep dive into immersive audio that Harman caters to, and what is the technology that you guys have put into to make this, special and, create that really immersive experience for listeners?
Yeah, sure. I think as a new member of the Harman professional family, the Flux is actually at the forefront of the immersive audio production, audio processing, plugin design, and audio analysis. I mean, we are leveraging the cutting-edge immersive technology that Flux is, and the Flux solutions, which are widely used across various applications, as I said, cementing a position for us to be as a leader in the professional audio industry. And I think in this ever-expanding immersive audio market, Flux software technology really offers a very unparalleled capabilities, not only for the artistic creation, but also for the touring applications, also for the install audio, where spatial audio plays a very increasing role. So we're very excited about the Flux. But as I said, I think it's all about experience. So yes, I think so good that you said so. Do register, make sure you kind of pick your slot. It's going to be limited seats. So yeah, do come over.
Sure, I'm going right away to book my slot. Going ahead with our discussion, what are the key updates or features about the new AMX platform that I get to hear? And if you could also touch upon the BSS Omni that will be introduced at the event, will be great to hear from you.
Sure. I think Omni and Muse are pretty much you can say the next gen launches that visitors will get to see. I'll start with Muse first. I think Muse basically takes you away from the old legacy programming world, right? I think it leverages the most advanced and the popular languages, which are really loved by the programmers across the world. I mean, also with Muse coming in, we're kind of breaking that that the roadblock that it's only an AV thing. It's also kind of AV, IT friendly. It kind of gives you that agility to kind of do custom design program flows. We support Groovy, we support JavaScript, we support Python. So people who really love to program, right? I think they really want to do very high code programming. They can use these languages. But somebody like me who really kind of have forgotten programming after like 5-6 years of kind of leaving the whole technical space. I mean, we also offer the low code, no code programming format, in which we kind of use the Node-RED for, I would say, to do a quick programming. So, but recently we ran some programs. I mean, we did some training sessions in Bangalore, where I'm joining from. So this is our experience center that you see in Bangalore. It's not a virtual background, just don't get confused. It's our, so I'm live. I can have somebody walk behind my screen and just make you realize. But so this is our Bangalore experience center. We just recently had some Muse training sessions. And it is so fast and quick to design. Almost 90% of the AV applications using the low code, no code programming. That's a Node-RED, which I just mentioned. And I think the best part is coexist with the processor at the same time. Another exciting thing, just closing on the Muse, is that it's expansion modules. So we also launched a year ago, I would say, these brand agnostic expansion modules, which work with third-party controls from the AV or the BMS platforms. So it kind of expands the portfolio out of the AV world as well. Coming to the second point of Omni, as you said, right? I think BSS has been pretty solid brand over the years. We have had great success with every product that has come under the BSS portfolio. Now, but a few years ago, I think all the audio DSP platforms went through a very radical change. And this time we are raising the standards with our BSS new Omni platform. We are leveraging the Muse programming. The box will have the Muse built in into that. We have kept the programming skill set, I would say, requirements similar to that, but the complexity of that is removed. And Harman, I think as we go back in Harman, the whole DNA, the whole new offerings that we have, I mean, all these products, as I said earlier, right, have the open API. We wanted to move away from the proprietary approach. The box comes with Dante out of the box. And the whole idea is to make sure that deployments are easier for the SI partners and for the end users. And Omni, at its first launch, is going to come out with the products called 512P, which is the processor, 256P, which is another processor, half version of it, and then 2 expander boxes. And then as we move along through the year, I mean, you'll see more boxes getting added to that portfolio. But we're really excited about the Omni launch. I mean, you'll see some exciting demos at the booth with the Omni as well.
If anyone who's visiting the show, you do not pay a visit to Harman, I think you will miss the Muse and the Omni on display. So go right ahead and book your slots. I'm going to book my slot straight away, and do not miss out on this opportunity. Talking much more in depth with regards to IP or network AV, this is the trend thing. Now everyone is talking about products on the IP, products on the AV and the network AV trend. How has Harman's products evolved in response to this new trend that we are looking at? And could you tell us, how easy is it, or is it too complicated for people to actually put stuff on the network, retrieve it, and then work around the entire components?
I think when network AV really started, I mean, everybody was really stressed about that how you AV guys, we gotta work on network, how these IT things gonna converge with AV. I mean, it's been something which is a big past right now. I think there has been a huge kind of involvement of the whole network AV space. I'm sure you know, right? SPSI, the company that Harman acquired a few years ago, was actually one of the earliest adopters of the AV over IP. I mean, I think more than 15 years ago, is when they really started the network AV, and they were the pioneers. And I think it was a great acquisition that AMX did under the Harman umbrella. So with that, I think AMX by Harman has been the robust solutions that we have been working tirelessly for many years now. Coming on to technology, I think as a concept, technology has been widely accepted. It's deployed across the enterprise landscapes. And the biggest part is it's the scalability that it offers, network AV, right? I think you're not stuck with that one chassis, that this is the IO that you can only stuck with. Network AV, you can expand your horizon to whatever site, however the site is growing. I would say, I think with all the developments that are happening, with all the consistency and the performance given to the end users, and with all the liberty to build all the larger systems with the minimal latency has been the strength areas for all our network AV products from AMX. Technology has evolved. It has scaled up to 4K content management and delivery. And if you look at most of the large applications which are demanding video transport, they're all choosing AV or IP platform over the conventional solutions now. Because I think flexibility, 4K, network transport kind of really helps enable things pretty solid. So Harman has been in the extreme advancements in their product offerings lately. And with our new encoders and decoders really transporting 4K 60 at 444 chroma sampling has been the latest upgraded 2600 product. And this AMX N2600 and N3000, 3300 series of boxes really come with the choices of the IO options that you want. It gives you a USB-C input, it gives you an HDMI input. Even the form factors like wall plates are also introduced for the first time. So the 2600 series gives you wall plate version and a box version. And the wall plate version also gives you encoder and decoder both on the network AV boxes. They support Dante AV. They support H.264, X5, and many more features. I think, if I want to highlight one key feature, which is a big differentiator in our 2600 series, which again, as I said, we encourage really everybody to come to the booth and see the live demo of it, is the dual streaming capability of these boxes. While every box will have its own primary stream of 4K 60 444, the secondary, there will be a simultaneous secondary stream at full HD or 4K 60, which helps in routing the AV content, I would say, beyond the premises to the content delivery platforms. I mean, most of these features are the industry first features. So pretty excited about this success. I mean, the product got launched a year ago. We have seen great success stories in the India. I think we already have pretty much 6 to 7 larger deployments of the 2600 itself in the country.
Great. That's amazing to hear, Ashish. And as I mentioned earlier, that the 2024 edition promises a very rich lineup of attractions, which includes not only live demonstrations, seminars, and workshops, but a lot of networking opportunities. How are you personally going to be taking this opportunity to kind of meet up with old friends and new contacts? A lot of players from the industry are going to be there for the 3 days of the show. So how is it going to be? How's your days planned up, Ashish?
So see, I mean, always all these trade shows are more like a family get together. I always usually say it's our AV family get together, more than just a business opportunity. So it's fun. I think we are excited about the show. We like a family, right? I think it's an AV family. It's a very small industry. We all know each other. Like you and I know. I think there are hundreds of people we know each other for many years now. The schedules are coming pretty tight. I mean, we have plenty of customer demonstrations which are confirmed. We have some meetings planned. I mean, the Flux demo room is kind of filling the slots pretty heavy right now. Apart from that, we are also hosting some Muse trainings and some hands-on experiences in the same demo room. So the AMX Muse automator sessions will be held up there. So yes, it's coming along well. Preparations are going well. We saw the booth renders recently. The booth is looking pretty colorful. So yeah, excited about the whole preparation.
Brilliant. So, just taking you away from the show floor, what plans? I mean, of course, the Mumbai vibe is something that will definitely catch us, and I can feel the excitement and energy already. So, what do you have? Do you have any plans post show? Or what's your agenda like?
So yeah, I think for that week, pretty much we are just tied up. There are a couple of site visits that we're doing. There's some great, very like decent wins that we had recently. So, but yes, I think the whole idea is that whatever we are showcasing there, there are some portions of those demos that we are bringing back to this experience center as well. This experience center, as I said, is a complete showcase of all the audio, video, lighting products, whatever we kind of have to offer. But immediately after the show, we are also kind of putting up our Flux immersive demo in this Bangalore Experience Center. So somebody who is not able to travel to the show or misses the event, we would actually want customers and our partners to visit this experience center and have that immersive audio and rest of the audio, video, lighting products demonstration. Right? I mean, we have a big AMX session. We have a big stage here. You can see the liner as the PTX A6. And then all these ceiling speakers, wall mount speakers, AMX stuff, news sessions. So I think the plan is to really kind of come back and back to base and really start some aggressive training sessions on the products. So yeah, it's pretty much lined up for us till December.
I think the only thing that's missing there is an artist, Ashish.
You won't believe we actually had recently a karaoke family session, and this stage was pretty much everyone who worked here was an artist. So we had great fun here.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. That's amazing. So all the best to you for the show. Wishing you well. Any last words, anything that we've missed out discussing just pre-show that you want to tell the folks to kind of be there and stuff like that from you, Ashish?
For us, I think the Harman, if I know the number correct, I think it is probably the 12th InfoComm show that we are participating. Or an event. I think we have been there since day one of the show when it started in India. And over the years, the whole show has upped this game, right? I think the brands that you see there, the showcase that you have, with all the new offerings that every brand is coming forward. Even now, this time from last year, the whole gamut has changed when we have moved to the new Geo Convention Center, which happens to be also an AMX install. It is actually also one large SVSI AV over IP install where we have this exhibition happening in the Geo World Center. So I believe we are excited. Industry has evolved a lot. So it's going to be fun to meet everyone from the AV industry. So looking forward, I think a lot of preparations are going when everybody's kind of into the game, wanting to make sure we kind of up the game.
Great. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Ashish. Thank you for your time and thanks for talking to us on Backstage Pass.
Thank you very much. Really excited. And thank you, Manoj. Thank you, AVIXA, for offering this opportunity. We're really excited. And I urge everybody in the AV community to come over there, meet us at the booth, and we'll make sure that you'll have enough fun and enough content to take back home. And don't forget, 5 o'clock, the vibe changes at the booth. So do come over there. Look forward to see everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that was one interesting interview you had with Ashish Bajaj from Harman. Manoj, how was it for you?
That was an amazing conversation with my dear friend Ashish. And Sowmya, did you know that Harman is actually supporting us for our women's CTS workshop that's going to be held in Mumbai and Delhi this year?
Wow, what a great collaboration, I must say. That's wonderful. One in Mumbai and one in Delhi, isn't it? And it's coming up very soon.
Absolutely. One in September and the Delhi one is in December.
Great. Well, let's talk more about I've been wanting to talk about food for so long. So what is it that, makes you think of first as soon as you land at Mumbai? What's the food that you think about? Well, I do have one up my sleeve, but then I want to know yours.
I mean, the first thing that anyone who lands in Mumbai definitely is going to be talking about Vada Pav. I mean, I've had conversations about Vada Pav in my podcast, but Vada Pav is the thing that any Mumbaiker would love to go. It's the fast snack. And if you are from anywhere across India or the world, you should give it a shot. I mean, the Vada Pav is the thing that you need to go for.
Yes. For me, it's always been biryani. That's my love, I would say. So it doesn't matter whether I'm in Mumbai or Delhi or in Bangalore. I love biryani to the core, and that's my comfort food too. And there's this place that I've always loved. That's the Juhu Beach, of course. But then there is one spot where I love sitting back and with a glass of wine or something and watching the waves. Lash back on the beach, and then it's so relaxing, and I would always love to do that. Once we have had a successful InfoComm India, there's no better time than going there and relaxing for me.
Wow. I mean, talking about beaches, I think you should definitely not miss the seafood in Mumbai. I mean, you get fresh fish anywhere you go. My suggestion, if you are around Juhu, please visit the Mahesh Lunch Home. They serve some amazing seafood there.
That's great. I made a note of it. Next time I visit there, that's my first spot to hit. So what's happening at InfoComm India when it comes to the food scene?
So you could kickstart your day at the breakfast networking hour from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. on both day 1 and day 2 at InfoComm India 2024. Enjoy a morning coffee while mingling with IAPL and AVIXA leadership. You would be networking with industry peers, starting your day with engaging conversations and valuable connections. This is open to all.
Oh, wow. I always thought the networking happens at the end of the day, but we begin the day with networking event. That is a fantastic start. So recently I had a conversation with Mr. Vibhor Khanna, the Vice President of Impact Region from Wesco-Anixter. And it was a very interesting chat on various things about what Wesco-Anixter doing in the India market. Let's check out my interview with Vibhor.
Absolutely waiting for that.
Well, today we have with us Mr. Vibhor Khanna, the Vice President for the APAC Region Professional Audiovisual from Wesco-Anixter. Welcome to Backstage Pass to InfoComm India 2024, Vibhor. It's very nice to have you here. And of course, we know that we're eagerly awaiting, and it's only 20 odd days to InfoComm India at Mumbai. So I just want to talk, first of all, I know you're a well-known figure in the AV industry in India, but I would love for our first-time viewers to know more about you. So could you tell us about your background? Which city of the vibrant India do you live in? And what do you do at Wesco-Anixter?
So I'm based out of Delhi, which is the capital of India. And I've been with Wesco-Anixter for the last 3 years. My total professional career spans for about 24 years. I've also been in the Pro AV industry. Earlier to Wesco-Anixter, I was working with brands like Bose. So I started off my career with Bose, spent 20 years at Bose, and then in between, spent about 2 years at Harman. I was heading Harman in India. And then in my last assignment, I was heading Bose in India and South Asia. So overall, that's overall been my experience, and my time at Wesco-Anixter has been really exciting. And I think more to talk about in the next few minutes.
20 years, that's a long time. Probably that's the number of years I have been out of college, or maybe not. Let's kickstart though. Come on, you don't look like one. So we have a few questions that I want to, ask you. Let's kickstart with this one first. How does Wesco-Anixter position itself within the India Pro AV industry?
Well, that's an interesting question, and I would put it this way. At Wesco-Anixter, we sort of are proud to call ourselves as global technology aggregators with a local footprint in India. So we are present all across India. And we have a channel-friendly approach. We work with close to about 400 channel partners across India, which are spread in the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 cities. And if we talk about our approach towards selling, Our approach is basically a very holistic channel-centric approach, which provides solutions to our channel partners, which can be the AV partners or the IT partners. So, talking about solution-centric approach, we represent a host of brands in India from a Pro AV line card standpoint. So these brands are sort of related to Pro Audio, they're related to unified communication, they're related to video from a video display standpoint or a video switching standpoint. We also represent a couple of brands on the AV over IP side, on the cables, which can be the bulk cables or the patch cables. Then coming on to accessories, it can be the screens, cameras, brackets. So all of these brands sort of we represent, and they're well-known names in the industry. That's how we create this Pro AV ecosystem, and then we take it to our channel partners so that they can sort of find Wesco-Anixter as a one-stop shop for all their AV requirements.
That is a fantastic information to know. Well, we do have a couple more questions, but before I dive into that, I would like to know what keeps you inspired and motivated?
Well, AV industry is an exciting field to be in, and I've been lucky enough to spend time in the AV industry. It's sort of ever changing. It's evolving every day. Again, talking about me being an old man, I started off from the analog days to the digital days, and today to the cloud. So I think it's quite exciting, and the AV industry is going through quite a rapid change, and I'm in a happy space right now. So that sort of keeps me motivated. It's learning every day.
What a lovely journey that I could even just dream about. Analog to digital. That's a very nice way to put it across. All right. So can you share the Wesco-Anixter go-to-market strategy in India?
Well, as I pointed out, when I talk about go-to-market, I mentioned about the fact that we have about 400 channel partners, and we're a very channel-friendly organization. So our channel strategy revolves around three-pillar strategy that we have. Now, pillar one is basically, global accounts and end users. So that's where we adapt a pull strategy. Now, what does this strategy mean all about? We are sort of trusted advisors for a lot of global accounts and a lot of end users, where they lean on us for all their Pro AV requirements, and they lean on us for whatever recommendations that we can give to them. So that's how we create a pull strategy with the global accounts. And once we sort of are successful with them, we push it to the channel. So that's sort of pillar one. Then pillar two is nothing but sort of, interacting with the Pro AV, legacy Pro AV channel. So we have a lot of Pro AV partners in India. So this is sort of a push strategy that we adopt, where we sort of push whatever we carry in our Pro AV line card to our Pro AV channel. The third pillar is very interesting, because I believe all of us in the Pro AV industry have been witnessing the Pro AV IT convergence. So a lot of IT partners are now consuming Pro AV, and that's our pillar three, which we are very successful in that, because Wesco-Anixter sort of owns a big Pro IT channel, which is the Datacom, IT, security integrators, who are consuming a lot of Pro AV these days. So they sort of tend to lean on us for all their Pro AV requirements from a design standpoint, from sales support standpoint, or a post-sale standpoint. So these are the three pillars around which our go-to-market revolves, and that essentially helps us capture the market and service our customers in the right and the most efficient manner.
Fantastic again. So now that we heard about the three pillars that your market strategy is standing, the next question would be, what's the Wesco-Anixter value add-in to India as a region?
Well, that's an interesting one. So, when we talk about Wesco-Anixter's Pro AV line card, we talk about our channel strategy. People who have to execute all of this is, our employees in the Pro AV team. And I'm quite happy to share we have close to about 20 Pro AV professionals who have huge experience in Pro AV. They're spread across India. They're all techno-commercials who know how to design, how to implement Pro AV solutions, and sort of give a consultative approach to our customers, which can be the end customers or our Pro AV partners. So this team sort of makes sure that, they are engaging with the Pro AV partners and giving the right value add. Now, the second element to the Wesco-Anixter value add is we are a very service-forward organization. We have a service-forward approach. Now, what I mean by service-forward approach is, we provide elements like, pre-design support, which is, pre-sales, which can be technical design support, helping our partners, our end customers, and specifications. Then very interesting things that Annixter does is we do a lot of financial assistance. We do a lot of aggregation. So what I mean by financial assistance is we sort of help make the system integrator's life easy. We pre-plan a lot of stuff when an integrator is working on a large project. So essentially, all the products sit on our balance sheets till the time they are required. And that's how we provide financial assistance to our partners, which makes life easy for them. We also do a lot of post-sales activities, which can be in the form of a commissioning support, or it can be a value add, which can be a DOA testing, racking, kitting. This allows the system integrator to save a lot of time, which essentially is the key element for any project. The man hours that are spent by the system integrator in doing all of these elements in terms of collating everything, in terms of doing DOA testing, racking, kitting, all of that can be managed by Annixter as a value add. So that essentially is the value add that we create from a post-sale standpoint. Of course, the most important is how do we create a sales value add and how do we create demand in the market? So that's where, these 20 AV professionals work day in and day out with end users, with AV specifiers, and try to, create demand for the Pro AV line card that we're representing. Once the demand is created, we then again push it to our channel. And that's how, that's the value add that Wesco-Anixter creates for its partners that are associated with us.
That is really, really a nice plan that is being put into action. And it's wonderful to know as well. Let's talk about how are you assisting the legacy integrators? So let's say with the network convergence, lowering its entry barriers, how is Wesco-Anixter assisting legacy integrators in transitioning to the Pro AV world?
Well, that's interesting, and we are all witnessing this AV IT convergence. And if you talk about these IT integrators, they do a lot of jobs in terms of infrastructure cabling, in terms of video surveillance, in terms of security. And usually, they are the first point of contact by the customers for any Pro AV requirements. So that's where, they are feeling excited to sort of get their hands on the Pro AV side. But obviously, with whatever busy schedules they have and their limited bandwidth, that's where they sort of lean on us. And we carry a huge channel of the IT integrators on the datacom side, on the security side. So these guys sort of come to us and we sort of assist them with designs, we assist them with recommending the right products and sourcing those products for them. And again, sometimes there is expertise required on commissioning support in terms of field engineering. So that sort of is provided by our team, which is in the field.
That is some really great information and help that you're providing the legacy integrators to come on to the, or rather transition to the Pro AV world. Well, in the context of Pro AV and IT convergence, let's talk about that. How does Wesco-Anixter provide technical support, and how does this support help bridge the gap between traditional Pro AV channels and modern networked AV solutions?
So essentially, if you talk about, how do we provide support? So we have a group called a TSS, which is the Technology Support Group. Now, this group sort of works with IT partners, trying to understand, uncover the need behind the need and help them explore the Pro AV requirements for a particular opportunity. And as you know, when we talk about Pro AV, I mentioned in the beginning of my discussion, gone are those days where it was analog, digital, everything is now sitting on the network. So it makes, life easy for the IT integrators to get into Pro AV because everything is sitting on the network. So that's sort of their expertise area. We come in handy where we support the Pro AV, the Pro IT integrators to sort of make sure that they fit in the right AV products into the value food chain. So that's how we create value for them.
That is very nice to know as well. Okay, so let's lighten this, the air now. Tell me something that you think is true, but almost nobody agrees with you on. Anything in general.
Well, a good one. I would say something that's true. I think true is that India is rapidly growing. Well, yes, the answer is true and false. Yes, it's growing. We're very proud to be in India and witnessing the growth. But obviously, there are challenges. It's an overpopulated market. We have a lot of technological brands present over here. The projects, the market is price sensitive. So I think that's for something that is, for everyone to understand that yes, it's a challenging market, but yes, it's full of opportunities. So we are at the right place, right time is what I can say.
So we were talking about how Wesco-Anixter is representing itself in the India market. But then I also want to know something about you attending the InfoComm India show. So how many shows so far have you attended?
I've lost track, I'll be honest. There's so many trade shows, but I think trade shows are interesting. You get to catch up with a lot of industry colleagues, a lot of end customers. So it's a good exchange of information venue. So that's great. But honestly, to answer your question, it may be about 50 odd trade shows in the last maybe 10 years.
Wow, that's a massive number. And I'm sure that's one event that the entire AV industry looks forward for in the year. So let's hear more about, well, in fact, I heard that Wesco-Anixter is representing Bose Professional in the India marketplace. Can you talk more about that relationship and others that you have?
Certainly. So this tie-up with Bose Professional happened in 2021. And, this happened in January of 2021. And I, along with my entire team, we were working at Bose in India earlier, and we saw Bose move to Wesco-Anixter. And this tie-up has been great for Bose Professional. In the last 3 years, there's been a very strong year-on-year growth for Bose Professional. Especially, if you talk about, I mentioned the earlier part of our discussion that Wesco-Anixter has a very strong legacy IT partner channel. So this IT partner channel, the datacom integrators, the security integrators are consuming a lot of Bose products, especially on the conferencing side of things. So right. Bose has some very interesting conferencing products, which are, the video conferencing products, the VB1s and the VBS. So they're consuming a lot of that. Then apart from that, I believe, with the vast network that we have and the entire AV ecosystem we have, we are attracting our partners with doing a lot of training and engagement sessions with our partners talking about Bose professional products. Essentially, if you talk about, Bose in India, we are representing a lot of verticals with Bose products. So these verticals include hospitality, they include enterprise, they include place for worship. We do a lot of stuff in the government vertical. We do educational institutes, healthcare, and retail. So pretty much, whatever comes into the installed vertical, they are taken care by the Bose products. We've had recent successes with Bose in the last 3 years. There have been a lot of airports that have come up in India. Right. So I'm very proud to say that because of the Wesco-Anixter Association, Bose has been able to grab all those jobs, and Bose is present in most of the prestigious airports that have come up in the last 2 to 3 years. And we as Wesco-Anixter, through our partners, have implemented the entire power system in these airports. So overall, I would say, it's a good partnership that's happened between Wesco-Anixter and Bose, and that's how it is.
That's fantastic. Well, collaborating your previous organization with the current organization, that is something that you could only in AV industry, I would say so. Could you talk more about some interesting wins that you've had in the recent past?
Well, interesting wins have been in the, so I believe, all of us have witnessed a lot of stuff that's happened on the enterprise domain. A lot of rehashes have happened in the way technology is being consumed in the offices. So we've had some very interesting wins, large offices, large campuses that we work offices, and equip them with all our Pro AV products. So that's something been interesting apart from the airports that we've done. We've been very active with most of the key education institutes because, again, post-COVID, a lot of the way the AV was being consumed by education institutes, again, that has changed. So our consultative selling to these education institutes have helped these institutes a lot, and we've done a lot of decent work for very premium institutes across India. And I would say, unfortunately, I can't take names because, we don't have the right permissions from the end customers. But just for you to be excited, two of the main premier institutes, most of their colleges have been equipped with whatever AV handles from a Pro AV standpoint.
That is awesome. Thank you. Well, folks, this does bring us to the end of Backstage Pass to InfoComm India. And I would love to thank Vibhor for his time today and the great length of information that you have shared and provided with what is coming forward and what we should be looking to at InfoComm India as well. This is your host, Sowmya, signing off. Thank you, Vibhor.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Oh, that was a brilliant interview with Wesco, Sowmya. I am glad that you had a lovely discussion with them.
Oh, yes. Vibhor was so much fun to talk to, and his experience from both Wesco-Anixter and so on and so forth. He had answers for all of my questions. So this does bring us to the end of the episode of Backstage Pass to InfoComm India 2024. And that's all for now, dear viewers. This is Sowmya.
And this is Manoj signing off.
Signing off.